Hey everybody, boy do we have a treat today. Today Disney released both episodes 8 and 9 of season 2 of The Bad Batch at the same time. So I know sometimes it might look like that could be the season finale already, but relax, rest, be happy because we have a total of 16 episodes this season. Um, at the time I'm recording this, I flat out have no idea why those two got released, uh, but uh, the stories are probably related. So, this video, we're going to talk about episode 8, The Clone Conspiracy. So, in this episode, it starts off with a clone that wants to speak up about some sort of truth about the Imperial military, about the truth of the attack on Kamino. So while he's discussing this with his fellow clone, he gets killed for trying to speak out while talking to another clone in the streets of Coruscant, trying to get his support as well. So after that, we move to the Imperial Senate, where they're discussing this new defense recruitment bill that will build a new military from conscripted troops. So Senator Bail Organa and Rio Chuchi oppose it. So it's really important to note and remember that these clones were artificially aged in order to bring them up to adult status and fighting force. Um, that was something that's also relevant with them while in active service. So they're not necessarily going to live a full life um, as somebody whose growth wasn't accelerated, and so yeah, so they won't live forever, and at some point in time they're not going to have a clone force anymore. So, anyway, Admiral Rampart and the Emperor's Major Domo discuss how the senators opposing the bill are holding them back. It's really clear they're going to push this through anyway, regardless of the senators' lack of support. So we have this blue-faced senator, Rio Chuchi, goes to goes to this bar on Coruscant to talk to some clone troopers and find out what their needs are. So during this conversation, the clones don't seem to understand because of their training um, that at some point in time their military service will end just because of their age, and so it's really unfortunate. Even though they're not droids, they're not robots. Um, they're they've been trained in a way that they don't think about the fact that one day they're not going to be around. So anyway, so we don't know what what the senator and those clones talk about, but after a meeting, we find them outside the bar, and after the others leave, there's this one clone. We find out his name is Slip. CT0409 speaks out to Senator Rio Chuchi about the attack on Kamino, and we find out that Rampart's trying to spread this propaganda that it was a storm that destroyed it. So the truth is, the Admiral Rampart was the one who ordered the destruction of Kamino, and this wiped out three-quarters of the population, all the clones that were there. It was an atrocity done by the Empire, and the Empire's trying to cover it up. So Admiral Rampart is just trying to pass this off about, oh, it was a storm that destroyed it. Anyway, so Senator Ryochuchi goes to speak to Admiral Rampart to confront him about both the future of the clones and the truth about Kamino. And so, of course, he wants to continue to lie through his teeth and just maintain that it was a storm, that he was off world, and that it was a tragedy. Well, also, at the very least, he seems to agree that the future of the clones is definitely something that's going to require more discussion. Um, After that, the senator gets a secure communication from someone, and then we find out that she's meeting in person with Senator Organa. We know him, right? And so they're discussing how Rampart can't be trusted and other rumors because there are new threats to the Empire, and the Emperor is very much concerned about it because there are numerous things popping up. So after that, Rampart gets communication from this mysterious mercenary, looks like a clone. Uh, so about the discussions that the senator has been having with others, and so Rampart orders this merc to locate both the clone and the senator. Uh, Next thing we find, they're in an alley somewhere talking to, Rio finds Slip in an alley, and they're talking. They're trying to encourage him to speak out. So while this is happening, just as they're getting ready to part ways, we find out this merc is watching, and the senator has the senator right in his crosshairs. So so Slip gets killed right as he gets sniped, right as he's telling the senator where to find the evidence on Rampart's ship in the command log. Then the merc attacks one of the senator's guards, kills him, and it's really clear that he's there to kill all of them. So the senator and her last guard, they're chased. That guard is killed just before Rex shows up to save her life. And so they discover that this particular mercenary is actually a clone, and so they pursue him, or they secure him in a secure location to question him. Um, so during the questioning, he doesn't identify himself. He doesn't say anything. He does seem to know who Rex is. He calls him by name, but he has some sort of device in his mouth that electrocutes him and kills him. And right after that, we see Senator Chuchi's face, and we go straight to the credits. So I haven't seen episode 9 yet. So because of the way that I release these videos and produce these videos, I want to protect the integrity and make sure that when I'm recording this audio track, that I've literally just watched it. Everything's fresh. I've got notes, and I don't know anything what's coming next. So if all you've watched is episode 8, you haven't watched 9, and you're listening to me speak right now, you don't know anything that I don't know. And but yeah, so I'm going to be releasing episode 9's video separately, and we will find out what's coming next. See you on the next one.